Hello, everyone. In today's presentations, we are going to explain to you the audiovisual translation and humor. But prior, let me introduce our team first. First, there is Anissa Sekar Melati, then Baby Keisha, Rizky Yani, Gracia Amara, Yusuf Aryatama, and then me, myself, Sophia Tal. Without further ado, let's get into the introduction. The discussions of strategies and issues in translating humor in the work of Margarita Duer, titled Translation Theories and Applications, is a thought-provoking reading regarding the topical question of humor translation in different media. This is done by discussing the theoretical factors related to humor and the context where humor can be used or sometimes fail to be translated. In the beginning of the book, Dorr thoroughly explains the essence of humor, stating that humor is not universal. She further explained that to translate humor, one has to capture not only the meanings and idiomatic expressions of the jokes to be translated, but also the cultural practices, social and cultural taboos and tendencies of the target culture. In this chapter, the authors discuss audiovisual translation, or known as AVT, exploring its theoretical and methodological challenges. AVT has gained prominence within translation studies, but it still lacks a specific framework. The text highlights the need for a dedicated analysis approach for AVT, considering its various modes and potential avenues for research. The text discusses audiovisual translation and its development as a scholarly discipline. Despite terminological confusion, AVT has gained prominence due to advances in digital technology, bridging the gap between dubbing and subtitling approaches.
Okay, for the reason and rationale. Schaum distinguishes between acoustic and visual channels in audio-visual text, conveying message through sound or image. This evolution spans centuries, from silent films to modern production. The early days of cinema saw the emergence of silent films, which were initially considered a universal language due to their reliance on visual imagery. However, directors soon introduced written intertitles to convey important information. As technology advanced, dubbing and subtitling become prevalent model of audiovisual translation or AVT in different countries.
Okay, so the next one is some theoretical consideration regarding AVT. AVT involves multimodal text that convey message through acoustic and visual channels. Audiovisual translation or AVT involves conveying message through both acoustic and visual channels. While the original image remains unchanged, some adaptation occur in specific cases, such as Japanese anime dub for the US market. The issue of fidelity between the target text or TT and the source text or ST has been widely debated in AVT literature. This way, translation scholars have shifted their focus from strict fidelity to the source text or ST to considering target culture norms in everything. Equivalence and accessibility play key roles in this use.
Okay, the next one is modes of audiovisual translation. Audiovisual translation, or AVT, is the process of translating audio or video content into another language. There are two types of AVT: revoicing and captioning. Revoicing involves replacing the original audio with a new audio track in the target language. This can include dubbing or speaking. Respeaking is commonly used for documentaries, allowing the original audio to remain while providing a translation. Max? Captioning involves displaying text translation on the screen, such as open or closed captions. Captioning is commonly used for TV shows and movie, enabling deaf or hard or hearing viewers to understand the dialogue. Each mode of AVT has advantages and drawbacks. Revoicing provides a more immersive, expensive, but can alter the original audio. Captioning provides a more accurate translation, but may be distracting and less effective for complex audio elements. AVT is crucial for content accessibility.
Okay, next, humor in audiovisual translation. Translating humor presents a significant challenge in AVT due to the increased interplay of linguistic, cultural, and contextual elements. Humor often relies on wordplay, cultural references, and timing, making it difficult to convey to another language while retaining its comedic impact. Several strategies can be employed to address these challenges.
Next is strategies or technique humor in audiovisual translations. First is cultural adaptation. One common strategy is cultural adaptation, where the translator replaces culturally specific reference with the equivalents that resonate with the target audience. For example, a joke without a well-known location politician might be replaced with a reference to a similar well-known in the target culture. This approach helps maintain the humor relevance and relatability, but requires a deep understanding of both cultures. Next. Second, literal translation. In some cases, a literal translation of the joke might be possible if the humor transcends culture boundaries. However, this approach often risks losing the comedic effect if the wordplay or context does not translate well. Translator must carefully evaluate whether a literal translation will be effective or if an alternative strategy is needed. Third, compensation. Compensation involves introducing humor in different parts of the text when the original joke cannot be translated directly. This technique helps maintain the overall comedic tone of the content, even if specific jokes are lost in translation. For instance, a pun that does not work in the target language might be replaced with a different joke in another scene. Next. For paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is another technique where the translator replaces the joke to suit the target language syntax and idiomatic expression while attempting to preserve the original humor. This method often requires creativity and linguistic flexibility to ensure the joke remains funny in the new context. 5. Synchronization challenge. Humor often relies on timing and delivery, which can be challenging to synchronize in AVT, especially in subtitling and dubbing. In subtitling, the text must appear and disappear at the right moments to align with the comedic timing of the original dialect. In dubbing, first actor must deliver the translate lines with the appropriate comedic timing and intonation, requiring carefully coordination with the original performance. Next. And the conclusion is, audiovisual translation is a complex and multifaceted field that requires a blend of linguistic skill, cultural knowledge, and technical expertise. Translating humor adds an extra layer of difficulty, demanding creative solution to convey the original content comedic essence. By employing various strategies, such as cultural adaptation, literal translation, compensation, and paraphrasing, translators strive to deliver a seamless and enjoyable viewing experience for audience across different languages and cultures. If that's it for our presentation.
If there are any wrong word or offense in this presentation, we apologize. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.